Welcome to Loving God and Loving Life. In Mark chapter 14, the theme is Jesus eating the Passover. He suffers in Gethsemane, and Peter denies that he even knows Christ. Here in this chapter, we read this well-known story. Jesus, first of all, told the apostles that they were all going to desert him. And then Peter says to him, even if everyone else deserts you, I never will. Well, we all know how this ends, with Peter denying that he even knows Jesus. Now let's be clear, because usually what happens is people kind of insult Peter, and he was a big mouth, and well, Peter did become, by God's choosing, the chief apostle. He did. He became the chief of the 12. And that was by God's choosing. So let's not throw his grit under the bus. We need that kind of grit. God wants that kind of attitude that I'm going to get it done. That's the reason Peter became that chief. He had that much on the inside of him that I am. But what he needed a little bit more of here was an awareness that I need grace. See, we overcome by, first of all, grace and then grit. There's your two G words. We need God's grace. First of all, grace is an awareness that apart from the grace of God, I'm going to fail. In my energy, I'm going to fall. I'm going to fail. I need God's grace. But a lot of people know that, and they think, I've got grace, but they have no grit. They really don't want to do anything. They just think, well, it's all grace. No, yes, we need grace and grit. Peter had both of those, and that's why he rebounded. He came back. Quite honestly, what Peter did wasn't really that much different than what Judas did. Judas could have repented. Judas could have come back. He didn't have the grit. Gang, we have to want to do the will of God, and we're just going to stick with it, and then we're going to rely on God's grace. God, we rely on your grace. We need your strength. If we're going to overcome and do the right things, it's because of your grace. God, today, send us one person today to share your love with. Let's never forget it, my friends. It's in loving God that we end up with a life that we just love to live.